Heroes, thank you for joining me today. I've designed today's movement with anxiety and depression and stress in mind. I know as well as you do that these things come hand in hand when you're living with inflammatory bowel disease and just chronic illnesses in general. So everything that I instruct today, it's a suggestion. It's just an offering. I request kindly that you listen to your body. Your body is not my body. You know your body better than I do. So don't push yourself into anything. If you feel too much discomfort at any point, just please back off and just take what you need from the practice, really. So please join me in child's pose. You can have your knees wide apart, or you can have your knees together. And we are just going to inch forward. Again, you're not looking at me and what my body does. My fibro isn't happy today. If your forehead reaches the mat, that's great. If not, you can use something like a block, a book, a blanket, a pillow, anything that helps you become more comfortable. There is no cheating here. And if you are not in a wide-legged forward fold and your legs are together, you can come down to the ground and you could potentially also put your arms back if that's more comfortable. Now, after all that instruction, shall we just take a minute? And a few deep breaths here, please. When you're ready, engage your core and bring yourself back up. Now we're going to come to a seated forward fold. So please, a comfortable seat. Make your way there. Notice which leg's in front. And then again, we're just going to lean forward. Notice where you're feeling the sensations. We tend to carry a lot of tension in our hips. See if you can take a deep breath and see if you can direct them to your upper back body. You might find that as you breathe, you are able to come further and further closer to the ground. Again, use anything that serves you. And just breathe. Notice the sensations, don't freak out about them. They're okay. Can you breathe into the sensation? One more breath. And then engage that core and roll back up. Swap legs, so the other leg's in front. And we're just going to do the same thing again. Everything we're doing today is slow and gentle. And we're aiming to soothe the nervous system. Long, slow breaths, guys. Breathe into those sensations. Last breath. And then roll back up. We're going to come to all fours, to a tabletop position. Put your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. If you peek back, can you see your toes between your legs? And if you can, just move your feet out a little bit. I'm going to come to some gentle cat-cows. Oh my gosh. Try and marry up your breath. So as you inhale, arch your back, and exhale, round your back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. You don't need to lock your elbows. You can put a little micro bend in them. One final go, all the way around. Arch your back and round your back. And return back to a neutral position, so just not arched really. We're going to go into thread the needle now. So really plant your left hand into the ground and then lift that right arm up to the sky. See if you can look at your hand, give your fingers a little wiggle. And then as you come down, we're threading that hand underneath your chest and as close to the ground as you can get it. Then you're just going to breathe here. We're just noticing things again. Do you feel restricted? Do you feel a good stretch? Can you breathe into the upper back body? One last round of breath here. And then you're going to sweep your arm back up before planting it back down underneath your shoulder. And then to the other side. Plant that right palm and raise your left arm. Fingers a wiggle. And then thread the needle. I'm surprised I haven't got my left and right muddled up already. One more round of breath, please. And then sweep your arm back up. Plant your left palm. And now we're going to come into a pigeon pose. So from your tabletop position, stretch your right leg out backwards if you've got enough room. And then bring it up and through to the front of your mat. Check behind you, make sure that your back leg is straight. And your right leg is in front of you. If you want to experiment, you can be still. You can move around. You can play with where your shin is. So you can bring it a little bit further forward or a little bit further in. Don't make yourself uncomfortable. And then if you like, you can lower yourself to the ground. Or you can stay on your elbows. Grab a block, grab a cushion. And breathe. Can you feel the tension melting away? Or are you just uncomfortable and frustrated and wondering when we're coming out of this posture? Anything is fine. Again, engage your core, come back up, plant your palms, take that leg back to tabletop. Give your hips a little sway here, loosen things out. And then we're going to go to the other side. Left leg back, little stretch, and then bring it up and through. Check your back leg is straight. This side might be different to the other side. We are not even beings. A little sway might feel nice. Might feel nice to be able to sit up as much as possible. You might need to rearrange yourself in some way. And then you might like to come to the ground. And don't forget, we're just breathing. I know it's slow. I know we often feel like slowing down is somehow against the law. This is your time. Just breathe. Breathe into the sensation. One more round of breath. And then engage your core. Roll back up. Oops. Back to tabletop. Give those hips a little swing. And now we're going to transition onto our back. I'm going to move these blocks out of the way. Pop your knees up. You want to be able to almost reach your heels with your hands down the side of your body. Plant your palms firmly into the ground. And then we are going to roll up slowly into a bridge pose. Inhale on the way up. And then exhale your way back down. I'm going to do a couple more of these in your own time. What are you feeling? And where are you feeling it? One more for good luck. Now, pop your legs, nope, not your legs together. Pop the bottom of your feet, pop those together and let your knees fall out to the sides. It doesn't matter how far in or out your feet are. Just get to a place that feels comfortable. See if you can shuffle your shoulders down your back where they are supposed to be. You can pop your arms out to the sides with your palms up, or you can rest your palms on your body. I like to place my hands on my abdomen or my chest. And then you can feel where the breath is going. Do you breathe into your chest or do you breathe into your belly? Neither is right. Just notice. Big, deep, long breaths here. And when you're ready, I invite you to bring your knees into your chest and give them a little squeeze. You can rock from side to side if you like. You can stay perfectly still if you like. This is your practice to do whatever you want with. Now we are going to transition to, shall I call it waterfall or legs up the wall? If you're near a wall, that's great. That is the perfect place to be. I'm obviously not near a wall. So if you are, for example, near a chair, we're just going to shuffle up to a wall or a chair. Or if you have neither, we're just going to raise our legs. You might need to hold them, you might not need to hold them. But get those legs up. It can be difficult to shuffle in near the wall. So you want to get right up close. Right up close. It's Derbyshire, wasn't it? And then scoot your way up and shuffle your bum in. And then lay your hands back on your body again. Feel that breath again. And notice that you are breathing. In and out. Notice if you've got any tension in different parts of your body and try to let it go. Is there any sensations that you can feel? Can you breathe into them? Can you just notice them? I could personally lay here all day. But alas, we cannot. One more round of breath and then we'll shuffle our way out. And then we're going to meet back on the mat. And we are just going to lay down for a minute. In corpse pose, this is one of the most difficult things to do for me. This is when my mind switches on and starts racing and thinking about all the things that I need to do later. But we're not at later yet. But later will come, regardless of whether we're thinking about it now or not. Again, put your shoulders, I was going to say underneath your heart, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. That's too much. Just shuffle them underneath a little bit if you can. If you can. And if you can't, it really doesn't matter. Because we're just having a minute with each other, but really with ourselves, to soothe our nervous system and check in. We'll do a quick body scan just to see, notice where we've got areas of tension, and try to release it if you notice it. But if you can't, again, all you can do is try. And trying is enough. Let's start all the way down at our toes. Do you have tense big toes? What about the others? What about the bottom of your feet? And your ankles? If you want to move them around as I'm talking about them, that's fine. Calves. Any tension in the calves? You might want to tense them just so you can untense them. Otherwise, how else do we learn how to notice what the tension feels like? Then your shins. Do you get tensions? Maybe. All the way up into those thigh muscles. Big muscles. Any tension, any wiggles to get out. Check in with the pelvis. Check in with the hips and the glutes. The glutes hold a lot of tension. Those poor muscles. Abdomen. Lower back. Right, his chest. And what about your upper back and your shoulders? Now those hold a lot of tension. Do you notice when your shoulders tense up during the day? That's a great opportunity to just be able to shake it out and stop. Check down your right arm and your wrist, thumb, fingers, palms, and then down the left arm. What's going on there? Wrist, fingers and thumb, palm of your hand. How's your neck doing? Give it a little roll from side to side with your head. Any tension? Just notice. Up the back of the skull, right to the top of the head. Your ears. Can you feel your ears? Let any tension go in the forehead, around the eyes, cheeks, mouth and jaw. Let it go. And we'll take a few final breaths together. If you'd like, see if you can extend your exhale, make it longer than your inhale. Just playing, just noticing. If you're wondering whether we've done yet, just another breath. Then just transition to your side, either side, in a fetal position. Take a moment, we're not rushing anywhere. And then when you're ready, push yourself up to a seat. Check in with your body, how does it feel? Is anything a little bit easier? Or do you now notice tension that you know you need to maybe focus on? Roll your shoulders out, roll them back, roll them forward, jiggle side to side. Shall we do one last? I think we should do one last thing. From our comfortable seat, I want you to go to your right, pull your heart forward and round to the left, and then back to your right, forward to the back, and then just switch. Exhale as you're rounding your back, inhale as you come forward. And there we are. Hopefully that's got a few of the extra little wiggles out. If not, please do allow yourself some time to check in, see what you're feeling and where, and see if there is anything that you can do about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really am honoured that you've chosen to spend some time with me, and I really do hope that you've got something from the practice. Namaste.